I told him I was going to turn it into a club up in here. All right, y'all can sit down. Are y'all ready? I got 45 minutes. I want to max this 45 minutes out. I want to give you something that could possibly change your life. I want to help you. The reason I want to help you is because I am you. I've been in sales for over 30 years. I'm not in real estate, but I know the struggle. I know the ups and downs. I know the peaks and valleys. I know the dark times. Some people call it hitting a wall. Some people call it a basement. I call it the bunker. I get that. So I'm going to get started because of my time. This is the objectives. Why do I have objectives? Because you guys are in the master class. This is the Harvard session of Own Your Growth. This is what we're going to cover today. I've been doing this a long time, and there's always three types of people in the room. This is where you get to decide which one you are. There's three types of people. I'll start on your left. There's a group of people in here right now that want to learn more. They're interested in personal development. They're hungry. If you watch my video, I'm looking for the people who are hungry. The second group of people are visitors. You got one foot out in the door still. You got one foot in. Not quite sure. Maybe somebody asked you to come here and they're like, man, who is this guy playing some music, getting this place started? You're not sure what's going on yet. I'm supposed to own my growth. And then you got the people who are hostages. The hostages. You're not awake yet. You don't want to be here. Your mind is somewhere else. You're looking at your phone. You left it on a buzz because you think you're going to miss something, the old FOMO, right? If I can move you one step to your left, then I win. You have a decision right now to decide who you want to be. Here's the expectations I would love for you to have today. 1, open mind. 2, self-awareness. It always starts with us. It's easy to blame. It always starts with us. Self-awareness, number 2. And 3, be present. This is your chance to be present. I'm asking you and I'm inviting you to be present with me the next 45 minutes. All right, this is where I always start. I start with what you think you know. I love Top Gun. I love the new Maverick. He comes up and he throws the manual in the trash and he says, let's start with what you think you know. So let's do that. You see, you guys have read a lot of books, gone to a lot of seminars, a lot of workshops. And most people think if you just change behavior, change something in your behavior, you'll get a different result. Yes, while that is true, it's not sustainable. I'm going to show you where it starts. It starts before you change your behavior. It goes deeper than that. So let's start with what you think you know. But first, I want to make sure you know you got it in you. I want you to turn to somebody right now and tell them, I have what it takes to break away. Do that now. I have what it takes to break away. That's right. You all got it. I just want to make sure you know it. All right, quick game. Who brought pen, pad, something to take notes with? Awesome. Those people came to learn. That's what I'm talking about. All right, here's what I want to do. I want to play a little game, okay? And I'm actually not the magician of the show, but I might be the mentalist. I'm going to explain why. Let's go through these 4 tables real quick. I want you to pick which one is better. And if you don't like either one, just play the game with me. Will you do that? Okay. Just write them down. Don't shout it out. Here we go. Home Depot or Lowe's? Which one's better? Write it down. Next one. Ford or Chevrolet? Okay. You know what? Just play the game with me. I know there's some Toyota and some Subaru people in here. I get it. All right. Best store. Which one's better? Target or Walmart? Look, see, y'all can't even follow directions. I'm like, write it down. That's okay, though. And the next one, there is only one right answer here, folks. Y'all heard my intro. Okay, this is how you cook a turkey on Thanksgiving. Do you fry the turkey or smoke the turkey? Write your answer down. I'm going to give you one more page. Which is better? All right, which one do you do first? I love this one. I speak at dental conferences and retreats, and this one's actually pretty interesting. Okay, which one do you do first? Do you floss or do you brush? Y'all right now, they're going, what in the world is this guy talking about? Just work with me. I'm going somewhere. Do you floss first or brush first? Which one is correct? This one's very interesting, especially in this room. Best mayonnaise? Hellmann's or Duke's? I'm going to show you right now. You see the line between Hellmann's and Duke's? That is the Mason-Dixon line. Yep. Sure is. Yes, it is. Hellmann's or Duke's? Pick your one. Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks? Best coffee shop, and then you got your dressings. Ranch or blue cheese? Here we go. Where are my Home Depot people? Raise your hand. Where are my Lowe's people? Okay, about split. Good. Ford or Chevy? Let's do Fords. Fords. I used to be a Ford person. I still got a lot of. Is it still an open wound there? Yeah, I'm driving a Toyota now. But anyway, all right. Or where are my Chevrolet people? Okay. All right. Looks like the Fords have it. Target. Walmart. Yeah, I'm with y'all. Like, I can go to Super Walmart on a Saturday. I'm weird like this, and I can just walk for hours. And I'm like, I didn't know they had that here. I can just walk for hours in a Super Walmart. Okay, fried turkey, smoked turkey. Those are my people. Yes, only one way to cook a turkey. All right, there we go. Thank you. Floss first. Brush first. Isn't that interesting? That's about the split I get when I'm talking to dentists. Where are my people from the north? Hellmann's. Thank you. Where are my people from the south? Yeah, Duke's. Where are my Dunkin' people? I mean, America runs on Dunkin's, what they say. All right, Starbucks. They're serving it here. Get your Starbucks. Where are my ranch people? Ranch goes on everything. All right, and then blue cheese. All right, awesome. Here's what I'm going to show you. I actually know why you chose what you chose. I'm going to show you why you chose what you chose. I'm going to show you how, not these screens, how what you chose is impacting you personally and your business from breaking away. So what I'm going to show you today is the result cycle. This is the code. This is the cycle. If you haven't started taking notes, full disclosure, when I say you want to write that down, that means you want to write it down. Start writing it down. This is where it all starts. It starts at the top of this cycle. It starts with beliefs. It starts with assumptions, interpretations. You, me, we have a set of beliefs. We filter everything through the beliefs. That's our cute little funnel and brain up there, thanks to Stephanie. We filter everything through beliefs. All right, pop quiz. Where do they come from? Somebody can yell that out. Past, environment, experience. Start writing this down. They were transferred to us. We learned them. We studied them. We created beliefs. Write this down again. They were transferred to us. Mom, dad, professors, mentors. They were transferred to us. This is where it starts. It doesn't start at behavior modification. It starts at addressing what is between your ears, which I call head trash. So, you guys know this? I'm just visually showing it to you. What you think, what you believe, is what you will do. It is what you will do. That's the behavior. This is where most people have it wrong. They go straight to the behavior box and they're like, hey, if I just do this different, start a new habit, start a new discipline, I'm going to get a different result. Yes, but you got to go deeper. It's got to be sustainable. It's got to be sustainable. We've got to address why we think what we do. This is the difference. Whoever's in here is managing a team, managing, mentoring, leadership. This is where we make the mistake. A lot of people will manage the behavior of a team member when we need to coach beliefs. Not, hey, that's wrong, do it that way. It's, hey, why are you doing it that way? It's very different. These two boxes, beliefs determines what we do, which influence these. Y'all are in the relationship business. People do business with you. What we do, how we act, behavior, influences relationship. And it's these three magic boxes that affect those. You see, we're either getting a result we want or a result we don't want. Very simple. You're either getting a result you want or a result you don't want. But it's until you come through the full cycle, which impacts or reinforces current belief or, new belief. New belief. You thought it was done this way. You thought this. You came around the circle. You changed something. You increased relationship. You got a different result. Reinforces new belief. This is where it starts. You see, you chose Home Depot or Lowe's from a belief. You chose it either from a geography standpoint, a discount standpoint, if you're a veteran in this area. You chose Home Depot or Lowe's because of a belief. That's why you do the behavior and you go there. You chose Duke's or mayonnaise because of a belief. My Nana, bless her soul, New Jersey. You do not make potato salad without Hellmann's. That's why Hellmann's was in our pantry. That's why Duke's is in your pantry. Think about it. Those of you who cook Thanksgiving dinner, the recipes you follow, why? Because it was transferred to you. The reason you drink the coffee you do, experience, taste. So you go back. This is where it starts. You guys ready to have some fun with this? Y'all getting something? Because I am jacked up. Like, it is taking everything I can do to hold back and like pace this thing. Like, I'm ready to start doing some jumping jacks. Okay? All right, let's go. Let's start with this. I'm going to give you 2 questions. Do not yell out your answers. Listen to the question. Write down the first number that comes to mind. What is a lot of money? My over-analytical people, do not overanalyze this. Just write down the number that comes to mind. What is a lot of money? What constitutes a lot of money? What is the answer? Got your number? Everybody got your number? Good. Let's do another one. Woo! I like this one. What's a lot of transactions in your business in 1 year? Write that number down. Got your numbers? All right, let's do this. Who says $1 million? Okay. Who says $1 billion? Okay. Who says $1 trillion? Who says enough? Yep, there we go. We got enough and we got $1 trillion. Ready? Who's wrong? No one's wrong. That's right. Why? Why? Because it's what they think. That's okay, right? No one's right or wrong. But I can tell you, when they're generating revenue in their business and they think about that number differently, one might be held back based on belief, because belief is driving behavior. You want to do another one? This one's really fun. I love this one. It's not even on the board. Can I digress for a minute? This is probably worth the whole session. Y'all can get up and leave after this one. You ready? Here we go. All right, write the number down. First number that comes to mind. How many referrals do you expect from a buyer or a seller? Just write the number down. A transaction that you took care of, how many referrals do you expect from a buyer or a seller? Got your number? Just kidding, I'm not a mentalist. Here we go. All right, who says 3 and under? Okay, who says 5 and above? Okay, who says 4? 2? Okay, guess what's going to happen? Who's wrong? We got that? We figured that out? Who's wrong? Guess what? When are they going to stop? When are they going to stop? The people who are asking for 2 referrals and expecting 2 referrals, when are they going to stop? At 2. Y'all get this, right? Those people in the back who expect 5, when are they going to stop? This is not a trick question, guys. Help me out. They're going to stop at 5. Y'all understand how this works. This is not new news to you. Maybe you're hearing it different. That's okay. You're going to stop behavior based on what you think. That's where you need to go. Why do you believe you deserve only 2? Why do you believe you deserve 5? This is the cycle. This is life-changing. I got introduced this in 2007. Life-changing. Run everything through it. I'll show you that in a minute. Actually, I'm going to show it to you right now. How about that? I'm going to show you how it works in my house. I'm going to show you how the belief cycle works in my house. We have 2 sets of beliefs up here. My son believes his room is clean. I don't. Y'all see how this works? My wife, Saint, 28 years, she believes towels should be folded a certain way. I don't. So, we work through the cycle. We have 2 sets of beliefs. We work to behavior. My son cleans the room how he thinks it's clean. I tell him it's not clean. My wife wants towels folded a certain way. I may miss the corner or a fold. What does that do? It influences those. The result, I put away my own laundry. Serious? That's how it works. You can run anything through the results cycle. This is the code. This is the code for breaking away. There's our drawer, and there's what my son thinks is a clean room. All right, anybody know this guy? Everybody, please tell me you know this guy. All right. So Tiger Woods, right? Tiger Woods comes out of college, incredible amateur record. If I don't have your attention yet, please give me your attention. He comes out, I think it's in '96, plays his first pro tournament. I'm going to show you a video in a minute, but I wanted you to be listening for some things. First pro tournament. He looks like he's 12, by the way. Comes into an interview with a guy named Curtis Strange. Let's do a poll on the room. Who in here knows Tiger Woods? Yeah. Who in here knows Curtis Strange? Okay, y'all see my point? He's being interviewed by Curtis Strange, who was at the top of his game. And I want you to watch and listen how powerful the beliefs are in this kid at the time. My buddy Nathan Bullock calls it the mental castle. His castle walls were so incredibly high, and he controlled the drawbridge door of who was going to speak into that. Just listen to this interview, and it is jaw-dropping.
What would be a successful week here in Milwaukee?
Two things. I think if I play 4 solid rounds, we got off to a good start today. If I can do that for 3 more days, I'll be very happy, and a victory would be awfully nice too.
A victory.
Mm.
Do you think, to me, that comes off as a little cocky or brash, especially talking to the other guys on tour that have been out here for years and years and years, and certainly an incredible amateur record. But what do you say to those guys?
Well,
when you come out here, you know what I'm saying. Your
I
first
understand.
pro tournament, and you say, I can win.
Oh, I understand that. I've always figured that why go to a tournament if you're not going there to try and win? There's really no point in even going. That's the attitude I've had my entire life, and that's the attitude I will always have. As I would explain to my dad, second sucks, and third's even worse. That's just a feeling.
But on tour, that's not too bad sometimes, though.
That's not too bad, but I want to win. That's just my nature.
You'll learn. I'm just kidding you. I'm sorry I had to say that.
Guys, this is the GOAT. This is a name a fraction of this room knows. What did you see? This is life. This is what happens. This happens with the closest people to us. Second or third's okay. His belief. What's he trying to do? Transfer it. Y'all see that? Tiger Woods. Why would I be here if I wasn't trying to win? Powerful. That was intense. This kid coming on the scene, this veteran, feeling vulnerable, feeling scared, right? Of that strong mindset. Look at his record. 82 official PGA Tour events, tied with Sam Snead, 9 ahead of Jack Nicklaus, lowest career scoring average in PGA Tour history, 5 players to win all 4 professional major championships, holds the tour record for most consecutive cuts and the lowest average. Amazing career. Because he designed and developed and created his own beliefs. So I have a belief story. In 2007, anybody in real estate market in 2007? Man, it was hot. Woo! It was hot, right? I just got lucky. I flipped a property, made some money, right? I'm like, okay, I made some money, I'm gonna buy a business. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna buy a business, right? So in 2007, I go to buy this business, and I go to the people close to me to ask them what they thought. And I go to my mom. And my mom says, no one will ever pay you that amount of money for that service. I had to raise the drawbridge. I had to build that castle wall. I bought the business. Here I am today, talking to you. Sometimes, and it's not her fault, by the way, right? She wasn't trying to hold me back. Y'all get this, right? She wasn't trying to hold me back. Those were actually her beliefs. She was just trying to transfer them to me because she thought she was protecting me. These are the people around you. These are mentors, family, might be spouses. I'm not saying you need to remove them from your life. I'm saying you need to build some castle walls. So in 2007, what did I need to do? I needed to stop talking about business with my mom. That was the castle wall. Anybody know this guy? Somebody help me out, because it's about to get real in here. This is Big Red. This is Secretariat. Who in here has heard that number? I'm going to tell you a story. If you don't know that name, you're going to know it in about 10 minutes. I'm going to show you the 3 steps for breaking away. And I base it around this horse's story. The first step is uncommon. Say uncommon. First step of breaking away is being uncommon among common people. Write that down. It's good. Step 1, be uncommon. Say it again. It's good. Uncommon. Come on. You see, Big Red was born right here in Virginia. Penny Chinnery came home to take over her father's horse farm that she grew up on, raising racehorses. When she came back to the farm after he got sick, she immediately started getting criticized. You guys are going to know, you guys are going to relate to this story. This is a lot of our story. She came back, she came into the industry to help her dad. She started getting criticized. Why? She didn't know what she was doing. She was a woman in a man's business, horse racing. Didn't know horses, didn't know how to raise horses, didn't know how to race horses. She was uncommon. Why was she uncommon? She fired the trainer. People were like, what are you doing? She hired a washed-up trainer that nobody wanted to work with. She's uncommon. Then what does she do? She's uncommon. She goes out and she hires a jockey that no one wants to work with. This jockey rode horses so hard, he actually rode one horse so hard, the heart burst in the horse. This was his track record. She's uncommon. She actually won the rights to Big Red on a coin toss. She is uncommon. Penny Chinnery was uncommon amongst common people. Step 2. Remove, say it with me, remove all obstacles and impediments. One more time, music to my ears, say it again. Remove all obstacles and impediments. Penny Chinnery removed everything to let this horse run, to run as fast as it could. In 2014, I made a decision. That was another time, another trigger, another big move for me. I had to start removing more people. I had to start removing thoughts and impediments that were holding me back. I can't make more money than my family. I can't make more money than my parents. I can't make more money than my siblings. Head trash, head trash. I don't call it the basement. I was in the bunker. I was dark. Remove all obstacles and impediments. In 1973, here comes his career, Big Red, Secretariat. May 5th, goes to Kentucky Derby, comes from behind in this race, and wins. That's number 1. Number 2, a couple weeks later, heads to the Preakness. I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying. Big Red won the Kentucky Derby, comes into the Preakness 2 weeks later, comes from behind again, and wins. The infield clock had a malfunction. But there were 2 clockers on the track that said, that clock's wrong. He actually Big Red ran the race faster. They're like, no, he didn't run it fast. We're going to go with our clock. Write this down. You see, when we start stacking wins, like Big Red here, just like us, when we start stacking wins, people want to knock us down. People want to knock us down when we start stacking wins just like this horse. Right? I call them the haters and the trolls. Right? My daughter, love her to death. She's local. She's in sales. She's a big networker, does a lot of networking online through social media. And she called me last year. She's like, Dad, she was upset. She was frustrated. She's like, Dad, I can't believe they're saying that. I'm like, girl, that's how Van Syckles measure. We measure the haters and the trolls, baby. Can I get an amen in here? Yes. Yes. That's what we do. That's what's going to happen. You start stacking the wins, people are going to try to knock you down, just like this. So what does she do? Penny Chinnery, right? She's uncommon. She's removing obstacles. She's removing impediments from this horse. She fights it. Takes it to the association, the commission. They reverse it. Secretariat holds the record. She's uncommon. She's removing obstacles and impediments to let this horse run as fast as it can. Third race, a couple weeks later, Belmont. The Belmont is the longest track for horse racing. You see, the other two tracks were short tracks. I'll give you a little history. Secretariat was a short track racer. Secretariat's dad was speed. That's what he was known for. So when we get to Belmont, everybody's coming at him. Everybody's coming at him. The haters, the trolls. So they show up. They say he wouldn't make it. It's not his DNA. No way he's going to win this race. He actually got sick the week of the race. So I'm not big into horse racing. I'm big into this horse race. I'm not big into horse racing, but evidently they show up like a week before the race and they're running the track and doing warm-ups and things like that, right? He got sick. They didn't know what was wrong. He didn't eat all week long. I'm going somewhere with this. They didn't know what was wrong with him. He just wouldn't eat. Trainer comes to Penny, says, I don't know what to do. She said, what do you think you should do? What's your gut telling you to do? He said, my gut is telling him I need to run him harder. She said, run him harder. So they're out there practicing, running him harder. All the competitors are going, what in the world are they doing? What are they doing? He's not going to beat him in. He's not going to run the long track anyway. Now they're running him in the ground. The morning of the race, he eats. He actually had an abscessed tooth, is what they ended up finding out. Secretariat went on to win that race by 31 lengths. No horse has ever come close to that. He was the 9th horse to win the Triple Crown. Penny Chinnery removed all obstacles and impediments to let this horse run as fast as it could. If you have something to write with right now, this could be the most powerful moment of your day. If you don't have something to write with, put it in the mental bank. What is that one thing you need to remove from your life or conversation? Maybe it's not removing a person, maybe it's removing a conversation with that person. I told you that story. What is the one thing that is an impediment that is keeping you from breaking away? It might be something between your ears. It might be because someone told you something. Write it down. Number 3, breaking away. Number 3, shatter. Say it with me. Shatter. Shatter limiting beliefs. 31 lengths has never been repeated and would never have been thought of that day. Ever. Setting your goals should shatter your limiting beliefs. Shatter. your limiting beliefs. Sharing them, talked about this, sharing them with only the people who don't have limiting beliefs or want to, like Curtis Strange, transfer those limiting beliefs to you. You have everything inside you. I already told you, you need to succeed. You have everything inside you to break away. You have the choice. You have the power. It's a quote from Penny Chinnery. She said, "This is not about going back. This is about life being ahead of you and running at it. Because you never know how far you can run unless you run." Who the heck is this guy? Shows up on my PowerPoint. It's Ed Berkman. You don't know who Ed Berkman is, I'm going to tell you. I was giving this talk in New York City in January. This guy comes up to me, older guy, and he said, "I was there." I said, "What?" He said, "Seriously, I was there." I'm like, "Dude, let me buy coffee tomorrow. You just got to tell me. You got to give me something." He's like, "All right." So we have coffee the next day, and I said, "Give me some adjectives or something. Like, let me juice this story up." He's like, I don't have the words. I'm like, "Seriously? Like, what do you mean you don't have the words?" He's like, "I don't have the words." He said, to be sitting in those stands and watching that race, it was electrifying. Sounds like Greece. It was electrifying, all right? He said to be sitting there and watching history and know that you're going to be part of history, I can't explain it. I said, "Man, can you give me something else?" He's like, "Yeah, you're missing like the main point." I said, "What am I missing?" You see, what I didn't tell you about was the horse Sham. The horse Sham. You see, the year before Secretariat started winning, Sham was the horse. It was the number one horse. Sham was beating Secretariat in every race. He was the favorite. He was the speed horse and the stamina horse. What happened was Sham came out of the gates to try to run Secretariat down because they knew Secretariat didn't have the stamina. So Sham comes out, runs fast, trying to wear Secretariat down. Guess where Sham finished? Second. He finished last. He finished last in this race. Well, if you didn't see it before today, here it is. Secretariat's in the blue and white inside.
Everybody's in line, and they're off. Looks like the early lead goes to My Gallant. Yes, My Gallant going for the lead with Price of Prince on the outside. Secretariat away very well, has good position on the rail, and in fact is now going up with the leaders. They're moving for the first turn. It is Secretariat. Sham on the outside is also moving along strongly. And now it's Sham. Sham and Secretariat are right together into the first turn. My Gallant has third behind them. Then it's Twice a Prince, and the trailer is Private Smiles as they go by the turn. Those two together, Sham on the outside. Sham getting ahead in front as they move around the turn with Secretariat second. Then there's a large gap. Make it 8 lengths back to My Gallant in third and Twice a Prince fourth. And Private Smiles is still the trailer. They're on the backstretch. It's almost a match race now. Secretariat's on the inside, by ahead. Sham is on the outside. They've opened 10 lengths on My Gallant, who is third by ahead, with Twice a Prince fourth. Then it's another 8 lengths back to Private Smiles, who is trailing the field. They continue down the backstretch, and that Secretariat now taking the lead. He's got it by about a length and a half. Still Sham, 10 lengths back. My Gallant, Twice a Prince. They're moving on the turn now. For the turn at Secretariat, it looks like he's opening. The lead is increasing. Make it 3 and a half. He's moving into the turn. Secretariat holding on to a large lead. Sham is second, and then it's a long way back to My Gallant and Twice a Prince. They're on the turn. Its Secretariat is blazing along the first 3/4 of a mile in 1:09 4/5. Secretariat is widening now. He is moving like a tremendous machine. Secretariat by 12. Secretariat by 14 lengths on the turn. Sham is dropping back. It looks like they'll catch him today as My Gallant and Price of Prince are both coming up to him now. But Secretariat is all alone. He's out there almost a 16th of a mile away from the rest of the horses. Secretariat is in a position that seems impossible to catch. He's into the stretch. Secretariat leads his field by 18 lengths. And now Price of Prince has taken second, and My Gallant has moved back to third. They're in the stretch. Secretariat has opened a 22-length lead. He is going to be the Triple Crown winner. Here comes Secretariat to the wire. An unbelievable, an amazing performance. He hits the finish 25 lengths in front. It's going to be Price of Prince second, My Gallant third, Private Smiles fourth, and Sham, who had it today, dropped back to fifth. An amazing, unbelievable performance by this miracle horse. And look at Mrs. Tweedy.
My people, own real estate. My people, 2024 is yours. Be uncommon. Remove all obstacles and shatter limiting beliefs. There was a gift for you when you came in. It's time to open it. Wear that proud. Wear that proud. Own real estate. It is time to break away and run your race. Woo!